Yo, Smell from Holla Direct TV, Holla Direct Apparel. We back with another video. All right, guys. So this video, I'm gonna segue away from the brother equipment for just 1 second, and we're gonna talk about the different methods that we use to make t-shirts. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm waiting for my thread to come still. We pretty much out of thread. It's not that much left on these 2 rolls. All right, and I want that good overlock stitch for these masks, which I'm not going to get with this little bit of thread that I have. So until my thread comes, all right, all right, boom. So we slide over here to the heat press, and as you can see on our heat press, we have a roll of Caesar HTV, which stands for heat transfer vinyl. And with this heat transfer vinyl, we cut out some words on the craft cutter. I'm cutting this job out and I'm pressing this job on a hoodie for a dear friend of mine that's seen this, and she absolutely had to have it, so we're gonna make that happen for her. Now, however, before I press this hoodie, I wanna run a few things by y'all. There's numerous ways you could choose to apply your design onto a garment, because people, I wanna clear up a couple things right here now, all right? A lot of people come to me and they say, yo, you make shirts, what's the machine that you got and how much do it cost? And I'm just like, dude, I have so many ways to put something onto a t-shirt. So we're gonna run that down so everyone understands. This method with the heat transfer vinyl, we use the vinyl cutter, as well as our heat press. We use our heat press to heat apply this to the garment, okay? We do the same for sublimated transfers and screen printed transfers. Now, what is a screen printed transfer? A screen printed transfer is a transfer on a special release paper used with ink, okay? There's ink involved, there's no vinyl, okay? Vinyl is for when you're doing short runs. So if you're doing like a few shirts, or someone wants 1 shirt or a couple shirts, but no more than 12, depending on how labor intensive the artwork is, you want to go with vinyl for short runs. However, when you get into your bigger jobs and you're doing 12, 24, 36, however many shirts, you want to go with either some screen printed transfers. If you don't have a print press set up at your own home or shop or garage or whatever, you want to get some transfers from 613originals.com. Yeah, tell them I sent you. But the process used to make these transfers is a method called screen printing, okay? Now with screen printing, I believe this is a 305 mesh. Now the higher the mesh count on these means you have a yellow screen, okay? Because you have a lot of these with clear screens. Those are lower mesh counts, like a 196. This screen right here is obviously trash, but this is a hobby screen. You'll get this somewhere at Michael's or Joann's. Let's throw that away. You coat your screen with emulsion, a photo emulsion. It's light sensitive. It looks and smells like glue, and it comes in different colors, but it's very light sensitive. Once the light touches it, it's no more good. So you want to coat your screen in a dark area, like a bathroom if you're just starting out. So once your emulsion is dry, you want to use your transparency paper to print out your artwork that has to be jet black, opaque artwork, okay? And then you burn that into your screen with a halogen lamp. And we'll go over all of that stuff too. I probably covered it in a previous video, but you burn your screen, all right? So you coat your screen with emulsion, let that dry, burn your artwork into your screen with your transparency paper, then you wash it out until you get to see the stencil in your artwork, and then you let that dry. Once that dries, you bring it out to your print press, and you're ready to get your ink and start printing your transfers or directly onto the garment. But if you're doing transfers, you have to invert that artwork onto your screen, okay? Because this is going, you see how it's backwards? It's getting flipped over and pressed on your garment with the heat press. Now, moving on to sublimation. As you can see, we got the Beastie Boys picture here with the Golden Girls photoshopped into it. I think that was a very dope design I came across last week. I've been selling them like crazy. I can't stop getting notifications about them. But we're gonna fulfill all those orders, all right? So basically what we did here was we just loaded up the picture, and I went to this tool here that looks like a piece of toast, like a piece of bread. and I select my trace area, and I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to distort this design. I still need it. But basically you just click and you drag and highlight this whole thing, and then you wanna trace the outer edge. All right, trace the outer edge, and then you wanna come back. Oh, messed it up. All right, yeah, so look, you wanna highlight it again, right click, and group it all together, all right? And then you wanna go to your page settings up here, and click this third page right over here, and right up here where it says type 1, you click type 1 right there, and it's gonna put registration marks. This right here is your registration mark. That's a registration mark, and that's a registration mark as well. And now you need that so you can cut around the file, so you can have a perfect clean cut, and you don't have to use scissors. Get those out of here. We don't need those. All right. So after that, you print it. I'm printing it to Sawgrass Manager, which is on my computer because I have a Sawgrass here. As you can see, I've printed off quite a few of these. This one here is ready to cut on my cut mat. This is the cut mat that comes with the Silhouette Cameo. So we're gonna bring this over to the craft cutter so we can get a perfect clean cut to get this pressed onto a garment. All right, guys, so we got our artwork loaded into the vinyl cutter, and it looks like it's ready to cut. So we're gonna go ahead and send this on the computer. It's gonna cut out our nice, perfect, clean cut. All right, so everything's a go, right, with the artwork. So what we're gonna do is just go ahead and hit send right up here in the corner. All right, now you see the red outline, that shows where the cutter is cutting. Now the registration marks basically tell the machine exactly where to cut. That's why I didn't want to distort this artwork earlier by moving it around and things of that sort. I wanted to cut out perfectly. So what we do here, when we're contour cutting, this is called contour cutting in a way it is. What we want to do is make sure that this is set to cardstock plane, all right? And then it's gonna set the blade automatically. It knows what to do. We don't have to tamper with that. Cardstock plane is what you want to use when you're using the cut mat and when you're contour cutting. That's how you get the smooth, clean cut. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and hit send. Now we can see the machine checking the registration marks. It's telling the machine where to cut. It's gonna check that last one up there in the corner. Looks like that's good to go. So now it's gonna set the blade. So that's done cutting around the edges. So we should be able to get right in here and get this out. I'm gonna get my little X-Acto knife so I don't make any mistakes, but that's good to go. Basically, now this is not sublimation paper. This is a special kind of paper. It's actually a heat transfer vinyl. That's what this is. This is from Caesar. Caesar made this with Sawgrass. They teamed up together. This is called Easy Subli heat transfer vinyl, and it's compatible with the Sawgrass printers. Okay, this is how you can get sublimated inks onto garments that normally won't take it, like cotton. Okay, because sublimation is pretty much for mostly polyester. So if you have a garment that's mostly made of polyester, sublimation paper is your way to go on those. Like if you're doing jerseys, it's just a one-shot deal. You print this out and you just throw it right on there and press it. This is basically an extra step. It's a cheat code. It's a way to kind of sneak that sublimation in there, and you get that nice quality soft feel you're still looking for, and you're able to print white onto colored garments. There's no such thing as white ink when you're dealing with sublimation, unless you're dealing with DTG, which is direct to garment, which is a printer we don't have here yet right now, but we will soon. Just an example, another example. I did this with the sawgrass. This is also ready to go on to the cut mat and be contour cut for a garment. And this is the HTV that's used for that. This is the Easy Subly vinyl. So we got this contour cut. Let's get this out of here and onto a garment. All right, so look, you see where our artwork was, and now you see where it is. This is nice and bouncy and flexible, but yet still soft. It's not that Nina Jet Pro soft stretch paper. It's not paper, okay? This is the real deal. This is gonna last a very, very long time because we've got quality sawgrass inks, okay? And they team with Caesar for this. Caesar guarantees their HTV to last the life of the garment. We cannot go wrong with this. Let's get this on a garment. All right, guys, we got the press warming up. 311 for 15 seconds. Got our hoodie. And we got our artwork ready to go. This job is going to Virginia, so we want to have this out by tomorrow morning. So we just heated that for 15 seconds. There it is right there, y'all. Sublimated hoodie. Golden Girls Squad. Alright, guys, so we covered sublimation. We covered heat transfer vinyl. No apologies. And we cover screen printing. All right, so those are 3 methods we could use to make t-shirts. Anything else that y'all want to know, hit me down below, man. Hit me on IG at Holla Direct Apparel, all one word, or jump down in the comments. If you have something that'll be beneficial to me that I'm missing out, or something I'm not doing, something I'm doing incorrectly, please, guys, jump down there in those comments. We all in here together. We are crafters. This is what we do. We are serious about what we're doing. All right, so like and subscribe, share this video to the print squad, anybody that want to start printing, pressing, and we can have a press conference because this is what we do here. All right, so yeah, man, it's Mel from HollaDirectTV, Holla Direct Apparel. Like and subscribe.